Yo. Yep, we here. We back, guys. Well, it's your boy John and my guy, special co-host, special guest. My man's Dev's in the building. Bree
OSA in this bitch. It's the OSA takeover. Let's get it.
Yeah, Bree couldn't film tonight, so Dev stepping in, and this is how we're gonna do it. But what we're gonna start off, and it's funny because Dev and Bree are both married. So are you interested in this new idea of the Apple wedding ring?
Yo, that's funny, man. That is funny as hell. Apple with a wedding ring. I don't really I see the reason behind it, but to me it's weird, bro. Like
I think everyone deserves their little privacy, but I guess
word. Cause again, a lot of people like the sole purpose of this is to track your partner.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sole purpose. Now I can see the pros and cons, and God forbid something happened to your partner, you have a location.
Yeah, such place.
You get right. They was here or such and such. If they depart from a ring, then you can track the ring to get to the bottom of it. But like you said, John, married or not, you still deserve your privacy. Right now on the Apple phone, you can turn on your location. My shit ain't on. Like, why do you need to clock me? Like, what happened to trust? What like we go in front of God, honor and respect, and to trust your partner in any relationship. The number one thing, the main thing you're supposed to have in a relationship is trust. So like I know we give up all our privacy to the social medias and shit and all that, but damn, I want Apple in my wedding. Like I want Apple in my marriage. Like, come on, man. That's a little
so
little over the top.
We bridge another question. So say like, in the midst, like, let's switch times because like obviously propose, boom, you get married. And say at the time you and Bree was getting married, Bree would have hit you with we getting these Apple wedding rings. How would you feel at the moment? Because obviously y'all got married predated, but if y'all marriage was to take place when they actually get put out.
Right. If once they drop, we engage. And she proposed us getting Apple rings. I was asking what will be the purpose? Because again, I need my privacy. So she said, just in case something happened to you, I know where you at. Okay, nigga, call my phone. Like
it's gonna sell. Like it sounds crazy as it is. It's gonna sell. Well, because it's Apple, everybody knows.
Right off the strength, people gonna have the ring that ain't married.
Mm-hmm.
People just gonna have the ring so they can track motherfuckers. I can see like fucking anal parents buying their kids these rings, right? These wedding bands just so their kids can have it on so they can track where they go. Apple just recently dropped something else that they could track people on. You could track your partner on. It was like a little pad that you put like a device you put in a bag and shit. They dropped last year where it's like a tracking or locator type device. What's what Apple trying to track where niggas at, man? Like they working with the FBI, cause that shit is wild. But again, in the age of technology, I expect nothing less because we've already given up our privacy for every fucking thing else. So why not give up the privacy for your marriage? It's the same shit we've already did. Fucking these Apple phones gonna tell our location, Droid, all this shit, the video games, the computer, social media, all that shit tell where we at. The point of it, I really don't know besides Big Brother trying to be in your business, but the Apple ring, yeah, that's...
Well, when the news broke, I guess it was different, but as I fact checked now, supposedly it's fake news. But Apple has the patent for this type of smart ring since 2019. So who knows what they choose to do with this technology because they have the patent for it.
Right. And I know not too long ago they had some type of technology that they were talking about where it's like a locator that you keep on you for your family and y'all like have a network where y'all can track each other for safety reasons. But That's Big Brother trying to watch niggas and shit.
So I think the Apple Watch, I seen the commercial for the Apple Watch for like people that bike and have like, just in case they have an accident, they can't respond. It has like an emergency alert.
Yeah, right. The Apple Watch, because I actually say the commercial where it's like this guy was a surfer and he wrecked out in the water and they were able to find him due to his watch. Like they were able to locate him. He was like, he was out like deep somewhere. He didn't know where he was at. So he just stayed there. He was able to contact, like, you know, they got the Apple Watch, they got the fucking the OnStar on that shit. And they were able to pinpoint where he was at based on his watch. So again, I see that. I see some of the logic, but again, when you give them like you have one purpose, like one meaningful purpose, but then the use of it, you use it the wrong way and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like
it has be with certain products. It happens that way. It has this one purpose, but once somebody cracks the spell to the negative purpose or some other shit,
and that's generally how it happens. Like, yo, we created this to serve this purpose, but then the crooked man be like, yeah, but I can flip that and do this with this shit. And that's the only problem I have with it. Like, yo, I need my privacy. I'm married. Sabrina probably say ain't no such thing as privacy in our marriage, but she probably be like, yeah, do that shit. But high ass won't want one of them rings either, man. You trust me? Trust me. Fuck out of here. Don't be tracking me. Only time, like, cause even with our location and shit, like, we could turn on a location. One time we turned on our location because she went somewhere she never been before. Like, she went to like a new nail tech. I can't remember exactly why, but she turned on our location just so I could like know where she was at. And then, okay, once you get your ass back home, turn it off. I don't give a fuck. Like, I ain't tracking you, bro. I don't care that much. Like, I'm not tracking nobody. I don't care.
I think that's much to be right, especially you end up going to a place you've never been before, or like you end up in a neighborhood you've never been before, like, you know, because anything can happen in all neighborhoods, but you have more of a comfortability in your own neighborhood. So it's like, you know someone, so something has to happen, word of mouth, like people in the neighborhood know you, but you're in some random neighborhood, some other shit. Turn on my location.
Yeah, if I remember right, her nail tech had changed like shops. And it was late when she was coming back, and she like, yo, I'm turning my location just so you can see where I'm at. Like, bet. Like, she got home, turned that shit off. All right, cool. No biggie. Like, it ain't that big of a deal.
Look, I think the smart ring will debut. Fake news or not, I think that's a technology that will be working on.
Man. You could say fake news now, it's just because it ain't dropped yet. So that shit is.
I want to put it past people. They'll put like a fucking damage your wedding band and get your shit fixed, and then plant like a whole tracking chip in your shit.
Whole chip in your shit.
till that Apple wing drop.
Yeah, there's always some bullshit going on with Apple, but I'm pretty sure we got some more bullshit to talk about.
Oh yeah, the shenanigans of my guy or our guy, our favorite, our favorite artist, you know. Reality is basically, to me, it's just reality TV at this point. And for those who don't know, we're talking about Yerr and the proceedings with his ex-wife or soon to be ex-wife.
Does she still have the West? Is she keeping the West?
Probably not.
Yeah, I think if they ended more amicably, she probably would kept the West. But
I think as soon as the paperwork is filed and it's like, like once everything is finalized, I think she'll be dropping the West from her name, because everything she promotes, like, obviously it's always been Kim Kardashian West, but how often like you hear it, but you hear it is the Kim Kardashian.
It's Kim Kardashian. Yeah, right. You know that's Kanye's wife, but nobody say Kim Kardashian West.
Like those who say is the ones that keep it, like, that their job to keep it correct.
They professionals. They work in that career, so they have to
properly pronounce the whole name.
Yeah. Right.
So Kim Kardashian West. But other than that, it's been Kim Kardashian. That Kardashian is the brand. So that's the brand. That's the whole shit.
But what's going on with them though? What's the shenanigans?
Oh my Lord, you got people like Kanye posting up text messages exchanges between him and their family members.
Yeah.
Someone in the midst of saying they agree with him and ask him for a pair of Yeezy for their son. It's like he don't got her number. Then someone finally gave him her number for they could communicate. I know they been a public couple, and that family's just been in the public eye for
everything,
reality show. But the way all this shit coming out, it feels like I don't know. It feels like it's like written for like a Keeping Up with the Kardashians special.
Well, no, see, they canceled the show, but they keeping it up with the tabloid shit. So it's like the show.
They coming back on Hulu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have for sure. I don't know if it's Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but they're not gonna be on E no more. They're gonna be on Hulu. Right. Remember when they got canceled, I think Netflix was in the mix. Hulu, they was trying to get they was gonna transfer it over, but
so they prepping for the show.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it feels like. That to me, I look at it. It looks crazy. Whoever you side with Cam or you side with whoever you side with. But the way I'm looking at it is just I feel like it's all like a storyline. It's sort of scripted, but not. That's just the feeling it gives me because I feel like there's just so much.
Now I do know like her and him was beefing about North having a being on social media.
Oh, the TikTok, yes. I do agree with him. I don't got kids, but I do.
And I was gonna ask you that because personally, me being somebody who be on TikTok, I don't think social media is a place for kids.
And I totally agree.
Because there's no place, there's no way to guard what they see. Like I know her whole thing has been, I'm going to monitor what she posts, and if she's like posting stuff she shouldn't be, that she'll take away the social media. But the part that they're missing in that is in social media, it's hard to block or separate the adult and kid content.
Yeah. And you know what's the craziest part? What also like it drives me crazy? I feel like TikTok is an app that's for kids. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right. Yeah. The trends things, right? But adults have taken over it.
Yeah, basically. So it's like I feel like it's a kiddie app, but it's too many grown people on that app.
Right. Exactly. Because there's so many grown people being kiddie or being kiddish on the app. It started off as something. That's why when all the adults start coming over, you see like all the kids like, yo, stay on y'all app, stay on Instagram, stay on Facebook. That's y'all app. Like TikTok is ours. But it's so much like everybody has migrated to TikTok because TikTok be funny as hell. And again, I don't let Dorian go on TikTok because there's no way to filter the content on there. It's hard enough to filter the content. The biggest thing Dorian is on is YouTube. And I have to set up so many parental guides and parental guardian and parental advisories because, and even with that, it'd be shit. I'd be like, yo, bro, what the fuck is that you watching? Like, yo, turn that, what the hell is that? Like, turn that shit off. And then I have to block the channel and shit because these apps don't do a good job in separating the algorithms, don't do a good job in separating kid content versus adult content. So Dorian's only 8. I don't even know how old North is.
I think she's might be around the same age.
But I just know.
And the show on Hulu is called The Kardashians. So I guess they dropped the Keeping Up. So it's just The Kardashians on Hulu.
So again, I don't know how old she is, but I know she ain't old enough. She's 8 as well. She's 8 as Dorian is fucking, but she about to be 9. She's a year older than Dorian. So she about to be 9. TikTok is not a place for that age group. I'm sorry. I know she, because Kim whole thing is I allow her to be creative and express herself. That's cool.
Well, that's
But you
cool.
gotta
Yeah,
find
it's
enough.
understandable, but it's just the harsh reality of social media. Like
Right, exactly.
adults have it. Some adults have it hard just dealing with certain
But
shit on
see,
social media. Now
the
think
only
about kids.
thing, but and for her, I would think she would understand that
Mm-hmm. Oh
because
yeah,
she's
her being a public
she,
figure, I'm pretty sure she gets her
being
fair
a
share
public
of bad
figure,
messaging and
exactly.
stuff.
Being a part of the social media culture, she's been on the front of a lot of social media trends and shit going on and shit. So hashtags and shit. So she know how it be. And then once before, North had was like on live one time, and people like you could see people asking her questions like where y'all live and like show us mommy's closet, like so it's like, yo, that shit is scary. Like it was fucking Courtney's son, her oldest son, who saw North on live and went and told his mother to tell Kim to get North offline because North going around the crib showing motherfuckers the house.
Crazy.
So she a kid, she innocent, she don't understand the magnitude of what she's doing and how it can affect her family.
Yeah, she's a kid, so she's not wrong because she has no clue of what's going on. You know, she's just
no clue. Of course, she knows her mother is huge. She knows her dad is huge, but she don't know the ramifications of her showing people her crib, showing people her location. The motherfuckers already got robbed when they was over across the seas.
I was in Paris, I believe. Paris.
So God forbid, in the midst of her showing off her stuff, people catch a glimpse of an address. People catch a glimpse of a landmark
Or scenery, like, and just and
right,
it happens to be
scenery. That's what I'm saying. The scenery, like, oh, that's so and so. That's over by, boom, boom. It's facing this. Now, accidentally, because it's an accident, she's a child. She put their whole family into some shit, and then Ye will be right for going to fuck Kim up. Although I don't endorse nobody hit nobody, but his whole thing is, yo, this is for our kids' safety. We know who we are. She shouldn't be on social media. She's young. She's a child. Social media is impressionable. And for our safety as a family, she should be on there. I understand that.
No, I completely agree. I don't think no children should be on social media. That's just
can't want to be the cool mama and let a kid get away because Nora be treating her ass on social media. I've seen it. Nora be checking her ass. I hit Dory ass, catch it too. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying that's where I agree with Ye. I don't agree with Ye in the sense of, bro,
how he's going about it.
Yeah, y'all gotta just do certain things in private. And again, as a man in a domestic situation, fighting for your family, that is an uphill battle. I ain't never been in a situation, but I got peoples that been in similar domestic situation without the money. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's hard. So you gotta move. You gotta move like a player. You gotta keep it cool in these situations because Ye already got a reputation of being off, off the hinges anyway. So you posting shit on social media, you writing shit, you sharing text messages and shit, you making yourself look crazy, and then they already claim you as crazy. So in a court of the public opinion, you look wild, and then you go to the court. You had multiple lawyers, like since this domestic situation that happened. He on his third lawyer, I think now. He looks, he's on his third lawyer because he keep firing his lawyer. So like that's all little shit that they write down. How legal team like
that's what I'm saying. Like all this shit should be private, but I don't know. I just feel like this is like a grand script and for like a show, and it's gonna be portrayed and throughout the episodes of the new series.
Oh, they gonna break down the whole thing. The first season is gonna be Kim Ye.
They got a lot to talk about because I'm pretty sure they're gonna cover the Astro World too. The Astro.
Oh shit, they might cover. They gonna cover Astro World. They gonna cover the whole Donda area when they were together. They're gonna start there. Then they go into the domestic shit, and
Yeah, they got a
they got
lot of
like
content.
right now they got like right now they got like 4 seasons of content that they can milk
They
over.
could that stretch out. Like they really could stretch out. But yeah, like at the end of the day, they're both human beings. So I try not to look at it that way. But it's just so hard the way the information is just coming out and they're just putting it out there. It's like
I always feel bad for the kids in these situations because
they're the innocent ones that don't really know what's going on, and they're gonna be the most affected.
Right. They got 4 kids, I think, 4 or 5.
No, it's 4. It's 4.
4 kids. Who's going to see the most effect by their parents' bullshit on social media? And then again, as they get older, they're gonna have to live with it and revisit it. And people always, oh yeah, this is you and this is what your life is about and shit. Like, so that's the sad part. I wish they could handle it off camera, but when is a Kim K situation not on camera?
That's what I'm saying. It's look like it's gonna stay that way till shit forever. I guess to whenever they come to agreement, I guess that's when it'll die down.
Yeah, it's the Kardashian universe. Everything has to be recorded. That's a fact.
Because I think that's where, yeah. So they come to an agreement that they both feel that they rock with and want to move forward. I feel like this is going to be on the news cycle for like the next, I say, good 7 to 10 months.
Look, as crazy and sadistic it may be, that family keep their name trending.
We're good press, bad press, all press.
All press. They say it ain't no such thing as bad press. So it's the next generation with the kids. They got a bunch of kids coming up in the Kardashian family. They gonna keep this shit going for generations. That's why I said the Kardashian universe. We just in stage 1 or phase 1 in the Kardashian universe.
Oh my God.
Phase 1 in the Kardashian universe. There's many phases to come.
Said phase 1. But speaking of controversy, we're gonna go to another controversial topic.
Let's get the controversial shit out.
So Whoopi, Whoopi Goldberg, she be on The View. That's thing. She made a statement, and with her statement being said, it cost her a 2-week suspension. Understand? People may not like how she said it, but I agree with her statement because when in the terms of things, because what she said was, she said the Holocaust wasn't about race. That's what she said. Which to me, I don't see as wrong because I don't think that when you say Jews, that's a religion, that's not a race. But I know they've always been that identified. It's like, damn.
You can identify as Jewish and as racially and like religiously.
Yes, which I understand that, but I don't think that. I guess it's so tied, it's so close, right, but they're not a race because that's a religion.
Because for so long, and again, there's 2 classes of people you can't talk about. That's the alphabet people and the Jews. Can't talk about them. So what she was saying is it wasn't racial, it was a hate thing. The Jews was the closest proximity to this fucking racist bigot, this asshole, and whoever was going to be around was going to get it. Mm-hmm. The Jewish people happens to be the closest in proximity. Jews is not a race.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's always been identified closely, yes.
She said it was white on white crime, which is a complete fact, but people just attack things emotionally where they don't listen. They listen to respond, not listen to understand. She didn't say anything wrong, and I understand a lot of people.
Well, technically,
people are upset.
In terms of what I would say before I let you get, I say in the terms of her addressing Jews as not a race, she ain't saying nothing wrong. But didn't the Germans wanted the one blue-eyed, blonde hair thing? So that's kind of a racial, like that's a racial thing. Like white hair, blue eye, blonde hair. I said I fucked that up. Blonde hair, blue eye. That's a racial thing.
Even though Hitler wasn't anything close to that. But which is fucking crazy. But
yeah, so he was just white. That's it. It's kind of
right. So in a sense, it is racial in the sense of because that's a particular demographic in the white people. If he would have said, if it was the Irish people tend to have red hair. So he's like, if it was Irish people around, they would have got it. Although they white, they would have got it because his definition of the true Aryan blood was blonde, blue eyes. So anybody so it is in a sense racial. There is a racial aspect on it based on his view of what his people look like.
Mm-hmm. It was just I guess the confusing part was the dressing of the Jews.
Right.
And that's what made it controversial.
But because of how traumatic the Holocaust was, people looked at it as like she was kind of belittling or downgrading the severity of this group of people being attacked because they were the people being attacked. But that intent was never there to like, oh, fuck the Jews. Anybody would have got it, even though that's right, because anybody that didn't fit his identity of what
they wanted, their pure race,
they was gonna get it. So the Jews just happened to be the closest in proximity, and so they got it. Unfortunately, my problem is with this whole situation is I just need people to keep the same energy. And when we talk about people of color and groups being discriminated against, we just need to keep the same energy. If we keep the same energy whenever niggas come out and say wild shit, although I don't think this wild shit, but I've heard crazy wild shit from people, and the outpour of hate and rage don't happen the same way. But you got to have the money to pay, I guess, because the Jews do control a lot of the media, and so they have the power to do so. Because at first, her punishment was an apology. She came out, apologized, and further spoke about what she was trying to say in her intent of her message, and it was how deeply sorry she was. People were still outraged, like that wasn't enough. Nah, bitch, your apology ain't enough. We need more. So then people start going to Viacom and ABC, and that's when the president came out of ABC saying, Whoopi's going to take a 2-week leave of absence so she can reflect on life and her situation and further educate herself and all this bullshit. And that's only because when a nigga say something, niggas want niggas gone. But these racist fucking white people and fucking alphabet people say a lot of offensive shit to people, and it's just like it's cool. If we gonna keep the energy around the board first, let motherfucker understand what you're trying to say. Stop being so responsive without listening, because then a lot of times you can agree to disagree if they're not saying anything offensive. Like you can be like, I get what you're trying to say, but nah. That's not right.
Everyone has the right to disagree to anyone's thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you disagree don't make the next person wrong or make you right. It's just
exactly.
You disagree.
Right. I get what you're trying to say. You're not saying nothing ignorant in the sense of you like just trying to discredit a people or just slander a people. Your approach or the word, it might not be right. And when it's a situation like that, if you actually put your emotions aside and actually listen, you be like, I hear what you're trying to say, but here's where you messed up at. And then you can have a peaceful dialogue and the person can then retract and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not saying it like that. Boom, 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 boom. And then you have a conversation and it'd be no problem.
Yeah, because sometimes people say something, sometimes not all the time, but sometimes people really say some shit and don't realize what they're saying until you
Right.
if you address them correctly, it'll get
Right.
fixed. Because if they say they don't realize what they say, you come out, coming for their throats, they're not gonna even think about what they're saying. They're just gonna think about the fact that you're coming for their throat and they gotta defend themselves now from that. So it's like
Right.
someone
So,
said
and
some
again,
shit, you know.
exactly. So if somebody said to Whoopi, like, well, the way you said it make it seem like you're saying body blasey blasey blasey, that gives her the time to retract, like, oh no, I'm not saying it like that. I don't want nobody to take it like that. Like, if that's how y'all taking it, I'll mean that. And then for her to correct it. Not her being like a racist and coming out just saying some racial slanderous shit, then we can't forgive that. But if it's a misunderstanding in the wording or a misinterpretation of the wording, but you understand what she's trying to say, why be so defensive instead of being like, no, Whoopi, what you trying to say? Like, oh, the way you saying it is people gonna take offense to that. But I get what you're trying to say, but boom, 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 and then that gives the person a chance to be like, oh no, not that. I'm not saying this, and then fix it. But they be so quick to cancel them, motherfucker. I hate cancel culture anyway. That shit dumb.
And speaking of cancel culture, people want Joe Rogan canceled. We got people leaving Spotify.
Cancel that nigga. That's what I'm talking about. If y'all go, that's
yeah, look. What I'll say is about Joe Rogan. I heard the clip. I would say is
they put together a highlight reel of him saying nigger.
Yeah, I'm saying, but obviously he's out of context. I don't think he used it in the terms of how people. I don't think he used it in the terms of a racist way. But I would say he was just a little too comfortable saying that, even though in open dialogue, he was just
exactly.
So for him to say it, he's wrong. But no, I get what you said. The whole same energy, same thing. But I feel like all this stems. I feel like if you didn't have those two doctors that came in and were talking about how they're not really like they don't agree with the vaccine. I feel like he don't open that, like, invite, because at the end of the day, Joe Rogan has all types of people who come on his podcast. Right. So he has all types of people from all types of backgrounds, and they go to this platform, they talk. But I feel like if he didn't have those two doctors, this whole door wouldn't open, because I feel like that was the start. And then Spotify, how said they're gonna stand with him, and I guess that roughed people's feathers. Right. So it's like, we're gonna just go dig and find what we can find. And they found some shit from 20 years ago, but I don't think he's racist. But I would say he's someone who, he has conversations, but instead of outright saying the word, he should have been like N-word. And that's the route he should have took.
Yeah, see, and that's my whole thing with the Joe Rogan. I don't think he a racist, but I think niggas get too comfortable, and then I'm not used, because he, again, if you watch the clips, he not directly calling anybody a nigger. He's speaking on situations where the word was used. Yeah. So he's saying he's repeating conversations or things that were said and where people use nigger. Because of the context of him not using it as a means, as a weapon, he looked at it as okay, because I'm delivering a message, I'm telling a story about what, things that
he never meant intent with, like, harmful intent with the word.
Right. There was no intent. He's using it for somebody else. He's not using it in his own intent or to call somebody a nigga.
Educational purposes. There's educational purposes.
Right. But just say N-word. You've used it. To me, it's like, I don't think you mean it, or I don't think you racist, but you ain't got nobody around you checking you saying, yo, even when you telling a story or speaking on an experience or something, you can't say that word. Like,
regardless, even in a positive way, like, you can't use it.
It don't matter. You have no space to say that word, period. I don't give a fuck if you repeat rap. Nigga, you can't say nigga. Like it is what it is. So because I don't even listen to Joe Rogan, so I would have never fucking known. Like I keep it a buck. I don't listen to Joe Rogan. I'm not a fan of his content.
I watch podcasts from time to time.
I see him on UFC. That's the only time I see Joe Rogan, or when I'm watching fucking Fear Factor, old clips of Fear Factor. That's the only time I see Joe Rogan. I would never know. But when I saw the shit, I was like, oh shit, this nigga just.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. They discuss a lot of interesting things on his podcast. A lot of interesting things we talked about on his podcast. But as I'm saying, I feel like the door was open, and then they didn't get the response they wanted.
Because with the Neil Long shit, Neil Long was gonna take his shit off. He wanted, and then like you had artists saying that they were gonna take their content off if Joe Rogan remains.
Spotify still backing him. They still backing him.
Yeah, because he's keeping the door open. I mean, keeping them checks coming in over there and shit. Because
also, as we talk,
king of podcasts right now.
As we filmed today, what was I gonna say? Let me go to it real quick because it's all on the same thing. The CEO of Spotify says he doesn't believe Joe Rogan signing the answer, and they all and then Spotify, said they was going to donate. Was the number? I'm trying to see the number. Where is it at?
They're gonna donate money to what?
To marginalize, like
what Spotify need to do is pay their podcasters better. They pay for the worst out of all creatives. So when it comes to like percentages by creators, whether you're a musician, whether you're a podcaster, Spotify pays the worst out of all of them. So yeah, donate some money, but also pay your people better. Shit, like everybody ain't fucking Joe Rogan. And again, like I said.
Spotify is going to invest in $100 million for content from marginalized groups.
Okay, so there's going to be women, LGBTQ community, not black women. I'm talking white women because they marginalized as well. Other people that ain't POCs, black and brown, y'all ain't got shit coming. They gonna help other marginalized people, but the niggas ain't getting shit.
But yeah, that's the route they're doing. But you know. But all I'm saying is, you know, they did.
When I heard it, all I said was, I did not say Joe Rogan's a racist. I said, yo, that nigga's too loose with the nigga word. Because he felt like he was being.
He just didn't. He thought for the route that he was talking about it, he wasn't talking about it in a racist way or thing. It was educational. Right. We're going to have a conversation about this word,
as if he's reporting the news. Like this is what was said. I'm reporting it verbatim. This is what the person. This is the quote. So I'm not gonna change the quote. I'm saying it as it is because I'm not using it. I'm just repeating the quote or the statement. No, my nigga. When you hear that word or see that word, you say N-word. Save yourself some trauma because God forbid, wrong person hear it and you have the wrong guess and they'd be like, yo, watch your fucking mouth. Then oh no, I didn't mean, yo, there ain't no place for you to say it at all. Mm-hmm. At all. There's no place for you to say it. But shit gonna happen.
I'm saying, you heard his apology?
Yeah, I saw it.
I feel like, out of the apologies, other people that be getting caught, I feel like his was an actual, a solid one compared to others.
No, because I think his apology is real. I think I believe his intent, exactly what I'm saying, is like, no, I wasn't saying like that. And that's cool. Like, watch your fucking mouth. That's pretty much it. Because ain't shit else gonna happen to Joe Rogan. Like, black people
gets canceled.
Council coach only work with black people. Hot take. Who white been canceled?
I'm trying to think. Who's white that's being canceled off the top? I can't think of anybody off the top.
Get back to me.
I'm just trying to think.
Black people are the only people to get canceled.
Since cancel culture took place, how many, like, celebrity-wise, business-wise, them Karens, that got put in there. But I'm talking about a big scale. I really can't think off the top of the dome.
Because generally, cancel culture consists of two group of people. All right? Actually, three groups. The alphabet people and black people. We cancel our own people, first off. Alphabet people cancel everybody. And then everybody else just follow whatever the fuck everybody else said, because if you ain't on the right side, you're on the wrong side. So it's like, oh, this person canceled. I don't want to be a part of it, so fuck it, I'll leave them alone, or I leave her alone. But generally, black people are the only motherfuckers that get canceled. We got Woody Allen around here having sex with his child, and ain't nobody saying a damn thing.
Honestly, I can think of two black people that they want to be canceled so bad, but they never got canceled.
They want to cancel Dave. It ain't gonna happen. And I don't know who else.
Oh, 50. 50 always says outrageous shit, and he just manages to. It just goes away.
Because they live with the consequences of what they say. They stand on it. So when you stand on that shit and you don't play the games with them, you don't politic with them, can't do shit. Can't do shit about it. But you look at it. The main two people that you see that people are trying to cancel are black. Black people are the only motherfuckers that get canceled, man. Cancel culture shit only works on us.
Which is crazy. Think about it, but
because we're marginalized and we don't have any power. So we're easy to cancel because we don't control anything. I'm getting too real for this. I'm getting too deep for this podcast, man. It's getting too deep.
This is an article from April 6, 2021. It says 7 celebrities who have been canceled in the past year. Let's see what this list consists of.
Tell me what that list is.
It says a country star for making racist comments.
Who?
Her name is Morgan Wallen.
Don't even know what the fuck that is.
She's a country star. It's country music, so we're not gonna know. But she has making some racist comments. Supposedly she got canceled.
Okay. Who else?
Some guy named Shane Dawson.
Where you from?
I don't know. He's a YouTuber.
How you cancel people with no power? What are people with power that was canceled?
Oh, well, two big names just popped up.
Okay.
Out of the list. You're gonna know these two big names.
Okay.
Ellen DeGeneres. Her show is gone. Her show got it's not. They were saying mistreatment, all types of stuff was going on.
Right, yeah, true. That's true.
And then J.K. Rowling, author of Harry Potter.
J.K. Rowling ain't canceled. Her shit, her fucking legacy is still moving. You got Fantastic Beasts. You got she got a Broadway play in Times Square right now.
What? No, but when they did the Harry Potter reunion on HBO Max, she was not invited.
Who gives a fuck when you still cashing on everything they do?
So that how I'm understanding that. It's like, where does the cancel?
I can't come. Send me my fucking check.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all gonna do Harry Potter anything? Sign off on anything. My signature on every fucking thing. Like I said, she got that fucking Broadway play in Times Square right now. She got the Fantastic Beasts series, new one about to drop.
Yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying, but
Ellen has disappeared, and I don't know like what Ellen might have in the works or anything. You get what I'm saying? Like Ellen, yes, she has disappeared because of she did, and that was more of how she was treating her staff, right? Did Ellen say anything crazy? I don't remember.
It says on this list, it says she has been canceled due to claims of creating a toxic work environment.
Right.
Former employees revealed the journalist is not the same person when cameras stop rolling. She's demanding this is her be kind principle. Former employees also said the journalist will fire people who take medical leave, make racist comments, and contribute to microaggressions. So she was basically off camera. She was a monster.
Okay, so she was most middle-aged white women, but she was Karen, the true meaning of a Karen. So yes, I can give them Ellen, but J.K. Rowling's, I still see her money.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna Google real quick the effects of what canceling affected. If I don't see nothing, her name don't count.
Right. Because I'm just saying, when I still see her products moving, Harry Potter is on fucking on TV every weekend. Every weekend. It's on fucking Sci-Fi or one of those channels. Full Harry Potter marathon. If you counsel somebody, you counsel everything that's attached to them. Do you not?
Yeah, you're supposed to what's the word? Boycott.
Boycott and ban everything. R. Kelly right now. What's everybody? Don't listen to R. Kelly. Don't support his music. When Tory Lanez was getting the fake shit with Megan, what everybody was saying when they were trying to cancel Tory, don't play his music, don't have him at shows. Boom, boom, boom. You stop their money. Travis with that shit. Fake counseling, trying to counsel Travis. Don't support his shows. Don't have them here. Don't have them there. That's how you counsel somebody. You affect their bottom line.
In the eyes of everyone, R. Kelly is canceled, but people still be bumping the music.
Right. But when you say cancel, when they cancel R. Kelly, how do you cancel? You don't support his art. When Bill Cosby was in his shit, what they do? Took his shit off TV, right?
So yeah, I didn't see nothing where it says nothing money financially which has been affected. So
right. So that's what I'm saying. Bill Cosby, he was going through his shit. They took his shit off. R. Kelly, they were saying that they was gonna stop. They were gonna take his music off of streaming, although his shit's still there. Counseling shit, for the most part, only works with black folks because we don't have any power to control the media and mainstream and all this and shit. We don't have no power, so therefore we're easy to counsel. But J.K. Rowling's, fucking billionaire, every time a Harry Potter movie, book, or anything is fucking sold, that woman is getting a check. She still got the Fantastic Beasts series running right now. The new movie about to come out right now. She's getting a bag. Okay, she might not go to the press release because it doesn't look good. You know, she's a professional. Okay, I don't know.
Is it really canceled because she's still gonna get that bread?
She's a billionaire, still coining off that shit. Council culture only work for black folks. I said what I said. Alan, y'all got one.
No, we just have to do a recap because I don't really be paying attention to like cancel culture regardless. So it's like when you hear a story like, oh, they're trying to cancel such and such, you look into it like, oh wow, they're trying to cancel it. Oh, he said that. It's not that. He ain't really saying that. But I don't know. No, I'm gonna say I didn't get into why they tried to cancel J.K. Rowling. Just leave that be. But she's just, let's just say she doesn't feel like she believes in man, woman, and
right.
ain't right. Authentic thing.
She believe in sex in the biblical sense.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about like she's talking about as identifying, not just sex, just identifying
right.
Like coming out, you're born man, born woman, boy,
right.
girl.
The biblical sense. There's one in other. That's it. That's all.
And everything else, basically, yeah, you know how that goes. But
right. Hey, do you, boo? I got no take on that. Do you?
But that's the stem of all stuff. But more, news. Few months back, we lost a nice, we lost a prominent actor to
Okay.
to drugs, Michael K. And just recently, 4 have been charged in his death. So it was the 4 that basically was the ones that served the drugs that unfortunately led to his untimely death. And also, I think in the reports, also I think they're responsible for like another death as well. There's another death that they're being looked into, but they've been found and they've been charged. Obviously, innocent until proven guilty, but it looks like they built the case. They got video and all types of things. So,
I mean, I think it's dope. They found Mac Miller's not too long ago, and they brought them to justice as well. I just want them. I just need the same energy when it comes to all drug cases, not just the celebrities, because being here right in New York, fucking New York's been crazy lately, like with drugs and violence and shit. And a lot of shit, a lot of violence is due to drug issues and drug situations. So
drug and money.
Yeah, drug and money. So I'm just saying, I Michael K was a great actor, gone too soon, but again, uh, and I like his uh, the people in charge of his, untimely death are being brought to justice. But as a whole, our judicial system and our powers that be needs to make more of an effort when it comes to all these drugs related cases and shit. And hopefully, that can clean up some shit. Yeah, we of course the high profile cases gonna get a lot of attention, but just they need to crack down on the system altogether because a lot of people have been dying from, especially when it comes to heroin and shit and fucking opiates. Just this shit been crazy lately. So
Yeah, definitely. But I guess that's good news for the loved ones of Michael K.
Yeah,
They can get some justice. But speaking of opiates, we're gonna talk about legal drugs and pharmaceutical companies. Johnson and Johnson.
The biggest drug dealers in the game.
Yeah, the legal drug dealers, the drug dealers that don't gotta worry about nothing. They just push it out and they they stack up. But the native people of America.
I think Johnson is on Ozark this season too.
But yeah, so basically, so the native people, Native Americans, won a big settlement against Johnson & Johnson and other pharmaceutical companies. The settlement is $590 million, and it could reach to $660 million for their faults with this opioid crisis. And it's like, damn, like.
But how is Johnson & Johnson still a functioning company? They've been on the bad part of so many situations where people are dying of get hurt from the baby powders to from the vaccines to fucking medicated drugs. Johnson & Johnson name is tied to so much corrupt and harmful products that happen to people like for the last fucking 30 years or so. They always seem to be in the paper or in the news for a product of theirs killing somebody. How is it like at some point the government have to say, yo, we're going to shut down this fucking company like completely. I know they're a billions of dollars tied to this company, and I know they employ a bunch of people, but man, they always got some shit. Like,
you know what's funny? Like, I'm Googling. I Googled Johnson & Johnson settlement.
All they lawsuits and shit.
They got a settlement that took place in New York, June 28th, 2021, for 263 million. Then they got another one, opioid settlement in Texas for 297
Bro, we should just took our chance and got that Johnson vaccine.
Yeah, right. At this point, right?
Because
that's almost $1 billion in settlement.
But they got it. It's nothing. They be throwing out checks.
That shit. Nah, I said about that's. It's over $1 billion in settlements that you gotta pay. You gotta pay.
They be throwing out checks, bro.
How the fuck? No, I don't know.
That's why
I don't trust the pharmaceutical industry, man. That's the ones, don't trust them, man.
Yeah. And they kill millions of people and they don't do a lick of time. They write a check, they donate, they got some insurance to cover it, and keep doing bad business. Because Johnson & Johnson is the fucking Grim Reaper. Them niggas be killing niggas. Like, Johnson & Johnson, the cartel, they be putting niggas down, like, all the time. Great job, though. I would love to work there. You can kill people and not do a lick of time. Like, that's a perfect company to work for.
And on that same shit, what you call it?
That's the perfect company to work for. I'm about to look on Indeed, see if Johnson Johnson hiring. See what openings they got. Let me get in that entry level drug dealer.
Entry level drug dealer.
Right. Entry level drug dealer at Johnson & Johnson and shit. See what they paying and shit. Look at the benefits. Because that's how they rocking. That shit, wow.
I don't know if this is a whole nother settlement talking about three U.S. drug distributors. Holy Jesus Christ, a $26 billion opioid settlement. This is from July. This is something else.
You settle for $200-something billion. How much money do they got?
And supposedly in this one, the other ones is combined to pay $21 billion off of it, and Johnson & Johnson will be liable for $5 billion. No, it is caking. So yeah, all these drug dealers got it wrong, Dev. All these TV shows, and everybody's doing wrong.
The company, I think, Ozark, Delaware, I think they inspired by Johnson & Johnson.
Oh yeah, that company.
Yeah, or like, yo, put some of this in that. We're gonna sell it over the counter. They sound a lot more like Johnson & Johnson than me. That shit crazy though. For them to be selling out of court for billions of dollars, how are y'all still functioning?
How? It's because that drug brings in that money. Drug money brings in that.
They print their own money. They print their own money at this point.
Because at this point, they fuck up this amount of people. There's gonna be the next batch of people waiting in line for their drugs. That's it.
And again, I'm pretty sure these are the ones settled. Ain't no telling how many other cases they might have in court.
No, just Google Johnson & Johnson settlement and just go down. It's like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. They probably got, and again, smaller scale, they selling it out for $5 million, $10 million. Like this shit, that's nothing in there. Those low cases selling 2.3 million. Like that shit, like they writing checks like it ain't nothing.
That's crazy. This is out there giving up money.
They got it like that, bro. It's crazy, man. Ozark, inspired by Johnson & Johnson.
That's
spoiler alert. If you ain't seen
that's
Ozark.
This is out here giving up the money, but to a lighter, healthy conversation. New York City schools are doing vegan Fridays for lunch. I believe lunch only, or lunch and breakfast, or is this lunch?
It's lunch.
So for lunch on Fridays, they're serving vegan to the kids in school. It's a cool idea.
I mean, because generally the lunch is, I mean, the breakfast it's vegan all day, but the biggest change is the lunch because generally the breakfast is vegan in the sense of where it's not meat or anything. It's usually oats. It's usually fruit. It's usually shit that's not animal products.
Except the milk when they give you that little
Right,
box of
right.
cereal.
Except for the milk. So that's probably the biggest change in the breakfast part. They probably do some fucking soy or probably soy because they can't do almond because of like nut allergies. They can't have that. So they probably do some other version of milk. But Dorian last week they started and he had a vegan lasagna and he said it was good. He didn't notice any difference in it.
This is crazy.
Shit. So I mean it's dope. I mean it's cool if they like it. I love it. Shit, we got the same box pizza at Super Donuts when we was in school and shit. So hey.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. School lunch, people say it had its days where it had some heat, and then it had its days like, what the fuck are they serving?
Did y'all used to have the Tyson spicy chicken sandwiches?
We had a chicken sandwich, but I don't think we had the spicy chicken sandwich.
No, it was Tyson. It was the company Tyson, you know, the chicken company Tyson. It came in like a foil, but it was a spicy chicken. That shit used to be hit, bro. Folks, like
but we used to have a chicken sandwich, but our shit wasn't. It was spicy. It definitely wasn't.
That shit was a spicy chicken sandwich, or you get a slice of pizza. You had to pick between the two. Whew, that was good lunch. And if I didn't eat that, I'll run out and go to like the little.
They'll give you the little circle pizza that's like medium size, not small, but not too big. School lunch was horrendous, but it had its days. It was like.
No, certain days it'd be like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like
some days, yo, just give me a peanut butter and jelly.
Butter and jelly. Well, we used to have the peanut butter and jelly wafers. So it was like graham cracker.
Oh, we didn't have that. No.
Yeah, no, we didn't have. They didn't give us like peanut butter and jelly bread. It was like a big, like a long ass graham. It's like the size of a graham cracker, like before you break it.
Okay.
And with peanut butter and jelly,
and they just put the peanut butter and jelly.
Right, peanut butter and jelly on it.
They dead ass gave us, I don't know, a regular bread. Like
nah, and that shit used to be in foil and shit. Like that shit used to be mad good. Like so when they had some bullshit, I'm like, yo, give me one of the peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and it was in that like aluminum foil.
They wrap it up in like saran wrap. Saran wrap, they wrap it up, and it's like it's already it's cut through the middle, so it's like
But the thing with the vegan food and shit, like, I don't think it really changed. Like, you change it for one day. They don't really change the kids' eating habits because Dorian didn't even notice it was fucking vegan, first off. So it's not like he like, oh, I had a vegan meal, so Dad, let's change to more vegan alternatives.
I feel like if they have a conversation, it'll help out. Like that instead of changing it, talking.
Exactly. So have those conversations because again, he didn't know. We told him that he had vegan. He was like, "Oh, I didn't even know." Like, I get it. If they do a complete change and it's good for the kids and they like it, I don't have no problem with it. But it's not really curbing anything because speaking for Dorian School, they didn't tell them that like, "Oh, you're going to be having vegan meals on Fridays," and so the kids not aware of that. They're not eating their normal food. It's like, so it don't to me it don't really change now because they had a vegan food there and then they asked go to Burger King right after that shit for dinner. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you showing them that vegan food can be as good as the other food. So it's like, okay, now that I know vegan food is good as the other, I can try other vegan food. They're not having like that conversation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like they should be. It's a conversation that they should be had, and then make them if they want to choose. Oh, they're gonna make the switch. They could make a switch.
Right, exactly. So,
but it's cool. Something cool. At least something decent coming out of New York these past. Because there's been some crazy couple of years. These pandemic years in New York been wild.
Yeah, shit. We just had your boy here. Biden was just here in New York. You know. Doing his thing, doing his rounds in New York.
Not my guy.
Your boy was just around town, bro. So
That's what you call a true politician, walking
That's a
full of
fact,
shit, full of shit.
though.
That's it. Can't believe
That's a
one that
fact.
come out that man mouth. Straight politician.
That's, yo, facts.
Can't be mad at it, right? He's true politician. You just gotta be mad at all the people that bought into the shit he fed.
Again, he played the game. It was the shit. I wouldn't even say the best of two or lesser evils because I don't know if Trump was giving niggas them checks.
At this point,
Trump,
Biden said, "Fuck it, you don't have to do it on your own. We ain't give you." You heard the president that everyone thought was like still be giving people, breaking people off with the bread. He ain't that neither. Like he ain't breaking people off with money. Like
that nigga said, "Get your ass back to work."
yeah, that's which is crazy part. People would have thought Trump would have been like, "Oh, I ain't giving y'all shit no more."
Right.
But maybe
like,
but maybe Trump was willing to do that to keep just say that, stay in power. Like, y'all vote for me, shit. But we'll never know, right? At this point, we'll never know how much bread. Imagine if you were the one he dead ass broke everybody off on something. Like, thank y'all. Like, yo, thank y'all. We'll never know. We'll never know.
Give niggas a thank you semblance and shit.
And he'll get that sign the fucking chat with a
right,
big card, thank you, and he'll then have a signature.
Say big T on that motherfucker.
It'll be like, thank you for keeping me in office, ready to make America great again, and then sincerely his signature.
Shit, I would have got me a blue, make America great again. I would wear the red, but I want a blue with this shit. Like, yo, I'm with it, Trump. Big T, let's do it.
I'm not gonna lie, people was eating heavily off that, but Biden, he's doing, even though I don't agree, but I guess it's better that way. Ease people off the dependence of the shit. Like, yeah, y'all was eating off, then let's ease y'all off real quick.
Nah, that nigga got in office. He said, "Yeah, it's quiet for y'all
niggas." Or y'all voted for me. I don't give a fuck. No incentives. Y'all picked me. That's it.
Y'all got me for the next 4 years. Fuck y'all. It's over.
Jesus Christ. We're in 2022. We got 2 more years.
Yeah,
hopefully it could be a valid candidate.
We got Yerr. Yerr still voting.
Yerr not gonna run in 2024.
Yerr gonna run.
All I'm gonna say, if there's somebody running 2024 and say the right shit, I might have to give that guy my vote. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Say the right shit, because this other guy ain't it. I'm sorry. I can say they both ain't it, but
Trump gonna be like, I told y'all. Look, I ain't gonna say I told y'all, but I told y'all.
Yeah, and you know what makes it worse? They took away their scapegoat. They banned him off social media. So he talked, but he talked every now and then. He not, right. I'm pretty sure if he was still on that shit, he'd be tweeting every day talking shit. And that'll be the topic of discussion. So if some bullshit happened and he tweet about it, they're not gonna talk about the bullshit. They'll be talking about his tweet.
Yep, exactly.
Shit, it'll be an interesting 2024, but we need some new people at the head of the table because this current regime ain't it.
Man. They ain't doing it.
They just did. That's how I feel like. That's how I really feel like is that they're just there.
No, because honestly, although I wasn't the biggest fan of Trump. I feel like I knew what he was doing. He was very vocal, and people say that was a bad thing. Like he used to have his presidential message like every week and shit. Like I just felt like he was visible a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's one of the more vocal presidents. So it's like
vocal and visible, good or bad, whether I agree with it or not. I knew and saw what he was doing.
You have a mind of what's being talked about, what was going on. He was constantly.
Yeah, I don't be seeing Biden at the fake Jamaican, Indian, black, white, whatever she wanna demo, she wanna put herself in and shit. She done put herself in every demo so she could get in there. What's the vice president name? I can't even.
Oh, Kamala, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Right, Kamala. So I don't see these assholes. Like I
thought once they got voted in, she disappeared. I don't even hear her name. I heard her name probably 2 times in the past couple of months.
Last time I heard her is when she was talking to Charlamagne.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That was one of them, the Charlamagne incident, and I seen another clip. Other than that, I don't know what she's been doing.
I don't know, bro.
Game of politics, man. That's why be careful you go for, man. Like they get paid to spit that game. That's what they get paid to do.
Look, man, just make sure y'all focus on y'all local elections, man, because that's what really hits you. So, presidential election, yeah, but make sure you got your local officials on point. That's all I can say.
But I know everyone critiques Hollywood when you hear about the next reboot or remake of something that we love, or something that we may have loved but we heard of, but it's like, oh,
they lazy. They lazy.
We get that reaction from it. But today, me and Dev is gonna give you a list of 4 movies that we actually want to see redone, remade.
Right.
Like, no offense to the original, but I feel like enough time has passed where you can see it, and it'll be as long as it's done correctly. Mm-hmm. We will see it, love to enjoy it.
Yeah,
I got my 4 movies. Dev got 4 movies. You want
4 too.
Want to go 4-4, or you just want to reveal our list? Bree likes to just go. You say your list, and she says her list. How you want to do this?
What I would like to do, you go 1, I go 1.
All right, so we could go 1. So my number 4. So it's 4 movies. Okay. My number 4, and we'll count down from 4 to 1. 4 movies. Mm-hmm. I would like to see a Monster Squad reboot.
Monster Squad.
I don't know if you ever seen Monster Squad. It was like
what is that?
We came out in the 80s. I was before I was born, but I definitely watched it a couple of times. It was basically Dracula had like a legion of like other monsters, and he was trying to do something.
It's a comedy?
Huh?
It's a comedy?
No, it was. It had some funny scenes, but it was like kids. It was kids versus Dracula and his legion of monster creatures. You had the swamp
Who was in it?
You had the werewolf. Huh?
Anybody notable, like actor, actress?
Let me see. I have to go back. The movie came out in 1987.
Okay. I wasn't born yet.
I definitely wasn't born, but it was a movie I've seen a couple of times. Yeah, I'm just looking at the actors and actresses.
You said it's called The Monster Squad?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of that.
No. It's probably some names that I wouldn't say, but someone would recognize them. But from looking at these names, and I feel like the people that act today, I have not seen them in anything else. Seems like a lot of children's stars.
No, I'm not saying that.
But it was a movie from the 80s. I enjoyed it. Okay. I feel like, but it's basically a whole bunch of kids versus Dracula. There's a whole bunch of kids and Frankenstein versus Dracula and his legion of armies. You had a couple of vampires, a werewolf, swamp monster.
Okay.
I think that's all of them. I could be wrong, but I think that was all the creatures. But I enjoyed the movie. It was a good movie. I think it should be remade. And I feel like, something that could be done, especially there's always monster movies, supernatural movies being made. That's a movie I'd like to see. Maybe not all fans of the movie will agree with me. Maybe they just want to keep that in this box and leave it be. But it's one of the movies I would like to see redone.
Well, now I got to go watch it because I've never even heard of it. I never seen it. So I can't really have a take on it because I never even heard of that one. So I'm going to go watch it now. But at number 4 on my list, I have The Last Dragon on my list. It's a hip-hop 80s classic, Bruce Leroy, Show Nuff. I think it's a classic. It's been in its own world for the longest. And I think an updated one, same time period. Actually the same movie for the most part. Maybe changed a little few things about it, but I think the essence of the movie should stay the same. I think it should be starring Jaden Smith as Bruce Leroy. And then you have somebody like Zendaya or Rihanna as like Laura Charles, the girl that he liked in there. Then you have somebody like Anthony Mackie or something be shown up like.
I said, would you be mad if they did like a continuation and brought back like the original cast and had like some children in it, or you just want a hard reboot?
I just want a hard reboot because, as we know from the past, I don't like the continuation movies. Those because I feel like the space is too much space in between. So that's why I'm not with the reboots. I prefer a hard reboot of the same movie, same characters. Maybe you can like plug the OGs in there and give them roles.
Like cameos, like there's a cameo.
A cameo like, oh, that's Bruce Leroy. He's the dad in this version and shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, switch it up in that way. But I don't like the continuation reboots and shit. They never work out good, as we can see from Coming to America and The Matrix and all these other fucking movies. They never work out for me. So Last Dragon, number 4 on my list. Number 3, John.
At number 3, scary movie. I want the Wayans brothers to give us another one. Just reboot the whole thing.
Right.
Whole parody thing, but I need the Wayans brothers to be involved.
That's the only way it's gonna work.
Yeah, I feel like after a while it just started getting out of hand, and they said they lost it to Hollywood and they went the different route. I need Sean and Marlon. I need scary movie. I know the last one probably came out like 10 years ago, maybe.
I don't know. They bad.
But the most important scary movies came out probably over 10 years.
1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2. But I need scary movies. I need a new scary movie, but I need Marlon, the Wayans brothers to be a part of it, and I need them to bring back the magic. Right. I'm not gonna lie, once they did that, the parodies really started. I feel like there's been parody movies, but when they did scary parody movies started coming out. Wow.
Oh yeah. Everybody started coming with their own version of a parody movie after the Wayans and shit. So
I definitely need that scary. I need that reboot from them.
No, but again, Keenan Ivan Wayans is the originator of the comedy parody movies and shit. So if they're not involved, fuck scary movie. Because it's been enough other scary movies that's came out since them doing that they can parody.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. You know what's funny? I almost put it on my list because you mentioned Keenan Ivory. I wanted to do a low down dirty Shame.
Yo.
But now
but that's a movie that's by itself that they can redo. Remake that. Not no continuation, just a hard remake, and it'll be a great movie that stand by itself. So
but that almost made my list, a low down dirty Shame, because that's one of my favorite movies.
That's my shit. That's definitely my shit. Okay, at number 3, I got Set It Off.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
number 3. A good one. Because I think with like a great director, you get like fucking Michael Bay or somebody, like you could really like make it like those you can make those high scenes a lot more dynamic.
Yeah, technology, CGI, all that stuff.
With the CGI, with the camera angles and shit like that, those heists can be a lot more like dynamic and shit. Like even if the nigga 50 got involved in that shit, like put 50 somewhere in that shit, like he could be Dre's part in this shit. But I also got the cast too. I got the cast for Set It Off. So
you got the cast.
So here's my cast, right? So Queen Latifah was Cleo, right? Mm-hmm. In the remake, you have Tiana Taylor as Cleo.
Well, that's not a bad Cleo. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good one. That's a good one.
She don't have to be big. It's the attitude. Cleo was the gangster. Tiana Taylor is rough, rough on the edge. She a lady, but she a G. So like having Tiana Taylor play that role, and she be kissing on the girls and shit on her shows and shit. Cleo was kissing on the girls, so
well, Cleo definitely was into girls in the movie, yeah.
Exactly. Tiana Taylor, if you watch any of her performances, She be giving the girls lap dances. She all hypersexual. Hey, Tiana Taylor can play that Cleo role. She can bring that Cleo role to life, I think. All right. Jada Pinkett Smith. She was Stony. Meek, not the biggest personalities, but I think Jada did that role right. And I also think Zoe Kravitz could play that role.
Oh, you had this thought out. I had this set it off thought out.
Zoe Kravitz playing Stony. Okay, you got Frankie, Vivica Fox character. Cocky, smart. I say get some color in that shit. Danielle Brooks. Now, a lot of people might not know that name, but she's in Peacemaker. She's the black girl from Peacemaker.
Oh, you talking about? I know you're talking about. Yeah,
the dark skinned girl. She's
Orange and the New Black.
Right, Orange. But that's what I say. Most people know her from Orange and the New Black. Her character on there was tough.
It's Tasty, right? Tasty, Orange and the New Black.
Oh. Tasty, yeah, Tasty. Right, but her character was big, personality, smart, didn't take no shit. Vivica Fox character in this, smart, didn't take no shit. I think Danielle Brooks, we're not doing the lookalikes. We trying to sell the personalities,
characters, and
right.
Yeah, it's not about the look.
Right, exactly. So Danielle Brooks to be Vivica, and then you got TT, who was the quiet, neat girl. You can plot anybody here, but I popped in Zazie Beetz to play TT. Zazie is from Atlanta. She's in
Deadpool as well.
She's Deadpool. She played Domino and Deadpool. She's an actress on the come up. She's been placed all over, but you know, I think she could bring around the TT character and play Timmy, and she's beautiful. So yes, set it off. Hey, Hollywood, holla at me. Holla at me, Hollywood.
That was a good cast right there.
Holla at me, Hollywood. All right. That's my number 3. Set it off.
Oh, I'm bugging. See, that's how I know I was bugging. I said it didn't make my list, but it did make my list. My number 2 is A Low Down Dirty Shame.
Okay, got it.
I said it didn't make my list. I thought I put something else there. There's other movies I was thinking of, but
now who do you see in today's acting pool that can carry the Keenen Ivory Wayans character?
Hold on. I think I got
this. It's like the serious but funny. Like
we're gonna keep it in the family.
Okay.
Damon Wayans Jr.
Okay, yeah, I knew you was about to go there. Yeah.
Damon Wayans Jr. I just kind of remember his name, but I think keep it in the family. I think he could pull it off. I think he could do it.
And knowing them, they would do that. Like they definitely keeping it in the family shit. So yes, that's a great character spot. Number 2, classic movie. We all grew up on. 3 Ninjas.
Oh, shit. 3 Ninjas.
3 Ninjas.
That shit does need a reboot. 3 Ninjas.
Reboot. But here's my, because I be thinking about this shit. Things I would change about this movie, right? This would be the background of the shit, right? They go to grandpa in Japan or China, wherever the fuck he at, right? They go to his crib every summer so they could train and shit. Grandpa's daughter met a man in Japan or China, wherever they from, wherever you choose, whatever they from. She meet an American, falls in love, moves to the States with him. They have 3 boys and shit. So they Americanized boys, but they Asian American, mulatto kids, whether it's a white and Asian man, white man, Asian woman, but they mix. So they American Asian. Hopefully they have them a little older, because then when they go to grandpa's house during the summer, they train. One of his former students, just like the original movie, is fucked up in the world, mob boss type shit. And now grandpa is in some shit, and they need to help grandpa while they over there with him for the summer and shit. 3 Ninjas, bring it back, fire.
Let's go on 3 Ninjas.
Bring that back, man. So 3 Ninjas at number 2. One of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. Colt was my favorite character.
Colt, Rocky, and Tum Tum.
Yeah. Which one was you, John, when you was growing up?
Who I was? My favorite character was Rocky, but that's just the character I like.
Right. I mean, because I got a younger brother and older brother, so it's like you Rocky, you
I'm the oldest, so you know what I'm saying. I guess I'm more relatable to Rocky.
Right,
so
exactly. Yeah,
but
makes sense.
I guess then there's Tum Tum. I'm pretty sure Tum Tum has a chance.
Oh yeah, definitely. All the kids like Tum Tum, but Rocky. I mean, Colt and Rocky was those guys. Colt was the rebel. Rocky was the leader and shit. So
yeah, so it basically it was the same, but it's just like two different views of the same purpose. Right. So,
yeah, it's kind of like Leo and Ralph. Like where they both have that leader, but they got two different views of how to lead.
Way they go about it. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, number 2, Three Ninjas.
My number 1, which is a movie I feel like we deserve a remake, especially with the CGI and then the genre itself. I need Spawn. Need a Spawn. Spawn.
Yeah.
It's the time. Heroes.
A rated R version of Spawn today.
That might be it. It might be time for them to look into that. Bring back Spawn.
Good shit, yo, Spawn today. That shit'd be crazy.
Yeah, especially it was in the 90s, and you seen the type of shit they needed to be done with graphic wise and whatnot. Now
do that shit now
so much better.
Yo, yeah, that's number 1 right there, John. That beats my number 1. That beats I'm already calling. That beats my number 1 because that's Spawn with the technology today. And how they can
imagine the costume, just the small costume. I look so dope.
How they could develop it, yo. Spawn can have its own like true series, like
it could. I think it's time for them to take their talents and reboot Spawn.
Yeah, Hollywood. Yeah, listen to John Hollywood. That's the one right there. Good shit, John. That beats my number 1. All right, but I'm gonna still say my number 1. Yeah. That's the number 1 right there. Spawn, definitely. My number 1. Probably my favorite movie. If you know me, you know me. But my favorite movie is Warriors.
Oh, that's actually a real good number 1 too. That's a real good number 1. It's just the only difference is time's a little different. I think it has to be new and set in that time because people are not fighting like that.
But that's what I'm saying. All the movies, for the most part, I want my movies set. Except for Three Ninjas could be set in modern time, but Warriors, you got to keep the aesthetic. So it has to be in the 70s. It has to keep that aesthetic of the 70s. You get it don't need to have a big name actors. It just got to have a really good fucking director, some fucking it's like some Martin Scorsese type, like somebody that can really bring that story to light, make the colors right, make the uniforms and the costumes from the different crews, develop that, but still keep it in that story, keep that original aesthetic, the look, the cars, that 70s look, and the street fighting, the brawl, how them niggas really brawling,
as I say, it will look good, it will look better, just remastering it, but everything, CGI, everything will look better.
Right, how them niggas fighting street fighting, how niggas with the
glory. You want it to be glory.
Right. I want, if it's gonna be a street fight, I want to see motherfuckers fight
gore, bloody, everything.
Yeah, bloody, niggas getting shooting the fair ones, niggas get 21. I need to see
eyes
that.
Closed, eyes closed. Shit, I might be hanging up the socket, blood coming everywhere.
I need to see the bruises. I need to see the Warriors fucked up trying to get back to Coney. By the time they get to Coney, they really beat the fuck up. Not just a little blood under the eye or a little red and shit. They beat the fuck up. If you do that, keep it in the same time frame and modernize it with the camera angles and the dynamics of the camera views and CGI, all that shit. Warriors today will be a fire movie to watch. So
that's my number 1. I think that's another one that deserves to be made. The Warriors is definitely one that needs to be made.
So one of my top, I had some honorable mentions. I said Juice and shit as an honorable mention.
Juice would be cool, but it's like how would they do it?
Again, a lot of my movies is same time. Keep the time, keep the steady. Also, I said How to Be a Player. I don't know if you remember Def Jam's How to Be a Player with Bill Bellamy. Mm-hmm. Do like an updated version of How to Be a Player, but we call it How to Push P. Oh.
I don't think no. But I feel like
P is player, so How to Push P.
Yeah, but I'm not glad. There's a lot of 90s movies that could also be like for movies we was growing up, let alone the movies we grew up watching that came out in the 80s, 70s that could be remade. But there's plenty of movies that could be remade.
Yeah.
Just think about it, like the overall
list. Good shit, John. That was a good list. Spawn is the one. Spawn, I can see Spawn in my head right now, like on some today modernized shit, yo. Spawn to be so
and
like crazy looking, yo.
And there's a window for rated R superhero movies that people want. Exactly. That was like supposed to. It showed you a glimpse that people are intrigued in watching.
Right. So with Deadpool and Logan opening that door, people want to see the more violent superhero movies because you expect with superheroes for shit to be violent. These motherfuckers got superpowers. So you expect
for some superheroes, like I'll punch you, I'm breaking you in half.
Right. You're gonna fucking blow up once I punch you and shit. Like, so Spawn was already very gory back then, but you update it and then you got the action, but you got the demonic side to it and shit. It's like it's deep.
And they could change it up and it could really be a whole new series. They could do a trilogy. I don't know how long. Start a Spawn universe. I'm pretty sure there's other characters that they could develop.
Who Spawn belongs to? Do it belong to one of the?
I don't think so. It's his own. I forgot his name. It's their own. It's his own brand.
Okay, but they're not affiliated with.
I think his name is Todd McFarlane. Todd.
No, I heard of that name before.
I think that's the creator of Spawn.
But he's not affiliated with the big two.
I think he might have did work for the big two.
Yeah.
But
good fucking list.
Todd McFarlane.
Yeah. I love to see Spawn today. That shit might have me scared and shit. I might not be able to sleep after it, but yeah. Spawn today, definitely fire. Warriors today. Set It Off, fire today. Yo. Yeah. It's a good list, bro.
I'm pretty sure we made a list of 4, but I'm pretty sure there's other movies that.
If I really sit down, I'm pretty sure I could put a 10 to 15, 20 list together. Like facts. I can even put some animated shit together. Shit, I wanted to see another Goofy movie, but I live action Goofy movie.
Oh, that would be dope. The guy who created Spawn used to work for Marvel, and after he left Marvel Comics, he created Spawn is a part of the Image universe.
I don't know what.
I guess that's the company's name.
Okay.
Image Universe Comics. So
Spawn would definitely work today. Again, after the success of Deadpool, after the success of Logan. You got fucking on Amazon. You got them crazy motherfuckers.
Boys on Amazon.
It's a shit like
shit. Yeah. Even the cartoon shit I told you about.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I forgot that shit was wild.
With I forgot the pops is out there fucking
Superman. Yeah, pretty much right. They're pretty much Superman and shit. But yeah. So,
I forgot the name of him.
Invincible, right?
Invincible. Yeah, Invincible. Yeah. The son isn't. The show's name Invincible, but the main character is Invincible, and his father is some other shit. But his father's OD powerful, and he's just fucking everybody up.
As somebody with that much power would be, like that's why I said, like that's why I love that movie with the bad Superman, the little kid and shit. I forgot the name of that movie with the kid that was from different.
I know you're talking about the movie where he came. What's the name of that movie?
That's actually the kid from Ozark.
Just a little younger?
Yeah, that's when him when he was younger.
Shit, I'm just have to go to Ozark, click on him. I think, isn't it Bright? What's it called, Bright?
Brightburn. That's what it's called, Brightburn. Yeah.
Skylar Gardner. Once his IMDb, we're gonna confirm it. Actor.
Yeah, it's
When that
called
movie
Brightburn.
came out?
2000. Oh, that's not the same kid.
Now I'm about to say, is that the same kid?
No, it's not the same kid. His name Jackson A. Dunn. What else I seen this kid in? He was in Avengers Endgame. Well, I don't know who he was at in that. Henry Danger. All I know, yeah, Brightburn is a movie though. That's how superheroes would be. Great fucking list, John. It's a great episode.
Great list, great episode. Hope you guys enjoy the show. But that's all we have for you. So we are out.